Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm Franz Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up at frenchiestamps.com. Today I'm going to share how to do the beautiful gem flowers and also how to do the shadow greeting. So let's get started. Let me move my placemat a little bit. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. So first thing we are going to share with you is the 3 stamps that I'm using. I'm using the Sunny Sentiment, that's for the greeting inside. I'm using the biggest wishes. We're going to use the cursive one. And then the bird and branch. And then for my card base, I am using the end pen. This is a little bit bigger than our regular size, so it is 4 1/4 wide. It's the same size than the width than our regular card that we make, what we call an A2 card. See, it's the same width, but it's 3/4 inch longer. So instead of 5 1/2, it's 6 1/4. 6 1/4 long by 4 1/4, and it comes with the envelopes. Is that lovely? Love it. So I just love this. It's different. Plus I love the background. All my supplies that I'm using going to be right on my blog, and you get the direct link below. So first thing we're going to do is take a piece of white cardstock, measure 2 3/4 by 4 3/4, I think. Yes, all the measurement will be on my blog, okay? Yeah, 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. That's correct. Now, what I done before I stamped the branch, I just used the pool party. That's the same color of the background of the card base there. And I just start on the scrap paper here and see blending down. Just bring that down. So it's just to give, I don't know, it kind of spotlight the center of your card, and do the same thing on the side. So I did all that all around here. See? This one I went a little bit more than the other one, but it's still going to work. See, it looked kind of funny there. Don't worry about that, okay? Now we're going to use the branch, and that is in the bird and branch. So I'm using the branch in that, and also the flower and the 2 little leaves right here. So I was looking what to do with those gems, and I'm like, oh, it would make the perfect flower. And I was like, okay, I can wing it. But I was like, I would like to have a stem. Well, this jumped right at me. Now we're going to take soft suede here, and I'm going to stamp that right here. Put that right there. Voila. Now we're going to take the flower, and the flower, I'm stamping the flower. Really, it's for a guide, but you're going to see around a little bit of the colors too. So I just like it. So I'm going to take that with Island Heather, and see my branch went a bit too much. So I'm going to have to bring that right about here. So your branch, you want it not so much. You want to give your space for flowers there. Oh, didn't have ink at the bottom there. Here we go. Now I'm going to come right here, there, and here. Now we're going to use Pure Pizzazz, and we're going to do the 2 little leaves with the Pure Pizzazz there. And I got that right here. And I just did the 2 of the leaves there, right here. Boom. Voila. Now, for the greeting, with a photopolymer, that is very simple. We don't have to, use the Stamparatus, place 1, shift, and that. It's very simple. I like to start with the birthday, the one at the bottom first, so I know I get plenty of space. I like to start with the lightest color. That's going to be the pool party. And So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to stamp that right here. Birthday. And now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do the appy. One thing I want to bring your attention to the appy. I did that mistake so many times. The H and the Y look so the same thing. See? That would be wrong. See? The P are upside down. So make sure the tail of the P are facing down at you. Because H and Y, when you flip it, it make a H or a Y. See? H, Y. But really, that's the Y. So see, let me stamp that upside down. See, it looked like I had it right. So, not sure what that would spell, right? So, make sure that when you look at it, your P, the long line, go down, okay? Now, birthday, it's more on that side. Well, it's almost take the whole thing. This one, I'm putting it a little bit more to the left. Okay, now we got happy birthday in pool party. Now we're going to stamp that with Island Heather, but we want to stamp half a bit. So let me wash that a bit here, just because, okay, this and this. Now I got the appy here. So now what I want to do is go off a little bit, and you want to have, if you go to the left, you're going to go both on the left, or if you go to the right, you're going to go both on the right, so the shadow would go in the same direction, like the sun would come on the left or the right, and or top or bottom. Well, not bottom, really top. So I'm going to stamp this to my Island Heather is going to be stamped more to the right. And so that means my shadow is going to be to the left. I'm going to stamp this to the left, so my shadow is going to be to the right. So I'm sorry if my head it's in the camera, but I have to go. How much can I? Oh, I can bring it more down. Here we go. I want you to see, but then I want to be able to see. So I'm going, and you can follow that just a little bit off. Boom. You could stamp the dark one and come with the lighter. Maybe that would be easier. But I just like to do the light one. See, I just get a little bit of the shadow. Now I'm going to do that with the birthday. And the same thing. You stamp to the left, so then you get the shadow to the right. And in this case here, because I add sponge after, it's a little bit tricky because of the pool party and pool party. I get the perfect shadow though. One thing you want to do, it's here. If I do the birthday in this color first, now you're going to see, so I can't trick my words here. So stamp in the dark first. Okay, especially for these color, and then come back with your light, and then I'm gonna go to stamp to the right because that's where I want my shadow. So you're gonna just off that a little bit. Here we go, and boom, see, you got it right on the side. It's just I like the shadow in the back, so I think it's still better to stamp the light first, because now I get my shadow at the top, so it looked the reverse. So whatever worked for you, now I tried both ways, and I'm going to be honest here, I like the pool party, the light color first, and then the, the dark at the top. And that way, the light I'm sorry, I did eat some peanuts before going live. And now I got something stuck there. Okay, I got a drink of water. So with the light first and the dark on top, then really the light, it's the shadow. Put it that way. Okay, now let's do our flower with the garden gem. The garden gem, it's only available while supplies last. So first come, first serve, okay? Now I got my pick tool here that I like to use, so I'm gonna go ahead and you get the tiny one and the larger one in the dots, or the circle one. I take the larger one. I'm sorry, I got a frog in my throat. It's not frog, really. I know what it is. It's the peanuts that I eat. Now we're going to use, I call that the cat eye there. This year it's wicked cool. It's kind of, you see all those color iridescent? It depends which way you're turning. Sometimes it looks blue, pink, purple. Depends which way you're turning. Now this year I just follow the flower itself. So it's no right and wrong to do this. I thought if I used that flower, that was the perfect size. Oops. Push that down here. That was the perfect size, really, to follow my pattern. Just I need that on the back here. Okay, this one is just stubborn for some reason. Can I? Here we go. So it's 5-petal flower with this, with the gem in the center also, and it fit perfect with these here. So this one I have to be creative a little bit if you stamp it too close together, but it still works. So see, I just push that with my pick tool, and then I follow my flower that I stamp. It's the perfect size. It's time that I put a new putty there. You can switch this. This is at the end. You just turn that. Mine, it's at the end there. It's time for a new one. So you see, I got 3 flowers that fit perfectly on this. I will have all measurement, all supplies that I use on my blog. You get the direct link below. And also, I want to remind you that these beautiful gems, that's part of the Eden Garden collection. But the gems are only available while supplies last. While the die, the Eden Garden die and stamp, it is coming in the new catalog also, but not the paper and the gem. I'm not using any of the other part of the collection. I just wanted to use the gem with that flower here. This one here, I don't like. Let me push it down a bit. Can I? Here we go. It was a little bit too high, and I didn't like how it fit. Here we go. So now you get the beautiful flower gem. Is that cool? Now I got a layer of Island Heather Pool Party, and that's going to go on our end pan card base. Memory and More card base here. And voila. How pretty that is. And then inside, I stamp the branch again to flow that together, and then the greeting inside for the birthday. One thing, some of you are going to say, well, I think I'm going to put maybe the bling in the center. The reason why I don't like to put any bling inside a card, when you close it and you send it in the mail, it's going to poke through. So that's my main reason. Et voila, my friend. So now you learn the shadow, the greeting shadow, and those beautiful flowers. One thing I want to say, see my branch? You want to put your branch not so much down. So I would keep like, I would say at least a finger, well, really 2 fingers from the branch, the end of the branch. That would guide you for when you stamp your branch. You want like 2 fingers. See, you would go a lot, quite a bit less there. Because 1 finger, it's not enough, because we still have to stamp the flower. We made it work, but you see, this was better. That is it, my friend. Till next time, happy stamping. If you like what you see, give me that thumbs up. And all supplies and measurement that I use, it's right below. You get the direct link. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye for now.